Hey, so day 2 of refeeding today, and was on to my first kind of solid food today. I was on kind of doing small pieces of watermelon every 3 hours. So probably had about just under half a small watermelon in all day really. So and even at that, I would finish it and I would feel like really full. So it's um just about bringing it back in slowly, not trying to push things out too much and put the body under too much stress as you kind of reintroduce solid food back into the mix. I will probably I'll have one more meal of watermelon this evening, and then I'll probably mix it up with some grapes and stuff tomorrow as well, and just kind of vary it back up. And then by day 4 or 5 onto some veggies, and yeah, just build it back up slowly. So today I wanted to chat about the different kind of symptoms that can arise when you're doing a detox. Now, if you've never kind of cleaned your body out before, you can be sure that when you start to switch to a more raw food diet and higher energy foods, after a while the body will have enough systemic energy to start detoxing old kind of crap out of the body. So you'll start kind of finding that all these mad things start happening that make you think that your body's broken and it's falling apart, and the fruits are killing me kind of thing. And actually what it is finally getting a chance after maybe years to release some of this old stuff that's been built up in there. And if you were to ask the medical doctor, what's wrong with me, they're going to tell you got this itis, or you got, this, take this antibiotic. And all it is actually is the body just naturally starting to detox stuff out, and you experience the symptoms of stuff detoxing out as they leave. So for instance, some of the main symptoms can be kind of headaches, dizziness, nausea. You can have upset stomach, you can have really violent bowel movements, and a lot of gas and stuff going on as well, as a lot of stuff shifts in there. You can have, like, I used to be, when I started, I was waking up 3 times during the night to urinate, to go to the toilet. And basically pretty much any kind of cold and flu like symptom as well. Runny nose, blocked ears, stuff coming out of your eyes, coughing up loads of mucus, all these kind of things that you would associate with being sick is actually all just part of your healing process, if you like. So to give a few examples of some of the more extreme healing symptoms I experienced over the last 2 years, particularly in the first few months of starting to detox, because I went from, traveling the world and doing partying and all that for 3 or 3.5 years straight. And before that I had been on, a high animal protein diet, big gym muscles and all the shakes and all the supplements, and really had given my body a real run for its money. So I had a lot of stuff to really clear out that had built up, and I had I remember having this incident where I was just totally blocked up in the back of my head, and I was kind of dizzy. I was getting twitching in my fingers because it was affecting all the nerves down the back of my neck. I was I remember walking around and being on the metro and just being like blurred vision and everything. It was like crazy. I'm like, okay, I need to fix this. So as I started to detox, all these crazy symptoms started appearing. One of the first ones I can remember, I used to use this tobacco called snooze, which is from Scandinavia, and it's like a little pouch of, like a little tea bag of tobacco you put in your gum, and I kind of casually used it for about 1.5 years, we'll say. I wouldn't say I was addicted, but I used to use it frequently, especially if I was having a few drinks. And about a week after starting my detox with the herbs and the raw foods and stuff, I got this massive growth on the inside of my lip where I used to put the tobacco, and all this crazy looking pus and all sorts of horrible stuff started coming out for about a week. And had it not been for the detox, you'd think your body was losing it, but it was just a perfect kind of acute symptom of detox, and showing how powerful the body is at cleaning when you give it a chance, and also how the body will turn its attention to the most kind of critical thing first and get rid of that, and then you'll start to get down slowly into the deeper and deeper layers and get into the stuff that's been backed up in there for years. After a period on the raw foods, for me it was about 2 months or so, but if you're not supplementing with herbs, it'll take a bit longer. Normally you'll start to then get into these deeper levels of cleaning where you're really kind of undoing all the stuff you've kind of unknowingly created over years and years of improper diet and putting kind of crap into your body and just generally not giving your body that chance to heal. So I found after about 2 months I was having good energy, and I was feeling good, feeling light all the time. I noticed that a lot of my weaker muscle mass, so I hadn't really been training in, 2 or 3 years consistently, and a lot of my weaker muscle mass in my body pretty much kind of started to fade away as it kind of made way for the newer muscle, this kind of stronger plant-based muscle, to come in and be built. So between the kind of body weight I lost, the kind of the fat stores, and the muscle, I lost, I think it was about 10 kilos or 11 kilos in weight, and because I'm quite tall, so I ended up looking quite skinny. And a lot of people are kind of looking at that as a snapshot of where you're at and going, are you all right? You need to eat something, kind of thing. And they don't realize that in this process of detox, your body is clearing out all this old stuff, and also in your digestive tract, you're kind of getting your body ready to start absorbing and utilizing the nutrients properly. Because, even if you're eating tons and tons of food, if you're not absorbing and utilizing your nutrients properly, then you can be deficient in this, that, and the other, and you can take all the supplements and eat all the food, and it's not going to work because your body's not going to take it in. So the key is really to just clean out and detox. So yeah, after that I kind of started then really having these, I know I'm really advertising this now, when I was traveling to Asia, I had all this mad dizzy, I was really low kind of blood pressure, like I would stand up and I'd kind of need to sit down again straight away. Yeah, the blurred vision, kind of just real brain fog, and just being stupid, like just answering questions, simple questions wrong, and just really knowing consciously that I wasn't myself. That's the best way to really describe it. And I kind of went through this period for a couple of weeks, and up and down, and then finally got through that kind of stage of it, and the main kind of muscle loss and the energy fluctuation and the brain fog, the dizziness, all that. And once you kind of get through that, and for me, I was traveling halfway around the world, which didn't really kind of help my case anyway. If you're in a kind of more relaxed environment, at least in a home environment, you could still work a bit and stuff, but you'd be probably you'd have that environment to chill as well, and you have your weekends off. Whereas I was like moving all the time, flights here, buses and stuff, and it wasn't really ideal. So I wouldn't recommend that. But yeah, I would say then after you get through that initial, what's called like a healing crisis, which is where you get a real acute collection of symptoms coming up, then you normally then are in the straight for, you've been through the worst of it, and you can get into that repair mode and rebuilding and just feeling good the whole time and feeling energetic. The final kind of point then is, if you've got acidosis in your body to the level where you've developed a tumor, or you've developed any of these itis conditions in the body, like pancreatitis or tonsillitis or diverticulitis or whatever, any of these where it's just acid buildup basically in the body, or your diabetes, or any of these where your body's clearly just over acidic and run down, then really your detox is going to not happen overnight. It's going to be probably take you months to years, and of slowly moving through the different stages until you get to 100% health. And because you've probably created that over years and years of whatever you've inherited from your mother, you know, with her lymphatic system and her kidneys. And then all you've been fed all the way through your childhood and then your adulthood, and all the, you know, the drinking and the smoking and the eating the fast food and all that kind of stuff, it all builds up over years. So if you've got something like a tumor, or you've got, you know, your diabetes, or any of these kind of chronic diseases or illnesses, it is curable for sure by detox, by getting the kidneys moving, getting the lymphatic system cleaned out, and, you know, getting rid of it that way. But your detox symptoms are going to be pretty full on and pretty, you know, pretty gnarly, you know. So it's probably best to take it slow, unless it's something like where you've been given 3 months to live and you need to just get it out. And in that case, there's examples from the Dr. Robert Morse YouTube where he talks about, he's healed all these kind of diseases before, and he talks about people's skin opening up and pushing tumors out, and boils and stuff appearing all over the face, and people temporarily losing sight for a while, and, you know, whatever the body needs to really do to give it that chance to heal and reset, it will do. In all these cases though, the main thing is just focus on the kidney filtration, which is coming from the raw foods, maybe a bit of intermittent fasting, or you could try, you know, a juice fast or water fast, using some herbs to clean out and strengthen and support all the organs and the lymphatic system, and plenty of rest, chilling out, nothing too strenuous on the activity side, because doing like high intensity activity is going to be acidic to the body. You're going to create acids, lactic acids in the body. So best to just do simple stuff like yoga and walking, swimming, stretching, and just chilling out when you're doing a detox, and save your energy for the cleaning. So yeah, that's pretty much for it for today. I'm going to keep going with the refeeding and let you know tomorrow how that's going. I think I should be nearly back to normal by then. And I haven't decided what I'm going to talk about, but I'm sure it'll be informative, so I'll see you then.